First question for authentic goal setting. Hello, I'm Ranjan Kumar, founder Mysticfusion International and best-selling author of the book Hit Your Restart Button. There are 3 questions I found which are very helpful to you if you are in the process of setting your own goals. And if you have already set your goals, these 3 questions are going to help you understand whether you are truly in harmony with these goals that you have set for yourself. I had a lot of goals for myself, and after about a year or 2, I used to find that I don't really want to do it. And then I discovered that the question number 1 you should ask yourself before even you set your goal, or if you have just set your goal, is, do you really want to do it? I repeat, do you really want to do it? See, this reminds me of an incident that happened with me during a workshop I was attending. Around 5 to 6 years ago, we were attending, a couple of our friends were attending a workshop on PowerPoint presentations. And I had a close friend sitting very close by, and something interesting happened in that workshop. The trainer in that workshop, at the end of the workshop, said that, there are only 5 to 6 experts across the country who are so good at PowerPoint presentations, at designing these PowerPoint slides, and I'm one of them. And I've been training thousands of people across the country and doing hundreds of workshops on this skill. And we have never found people coming to challenge us. We have never had anybody challenging us in this skill. So I give you 6 months of time. If anybody from you can challenge me in this skill, I would be happy to help you in the process, and I'll be happy to give you some freebies. And the moment he finished saying that, I just overheard one of my friends sitting close by whispering to himself, but loud enough for all of us to hear, that I'm going to do it. Yes, I can do it, and I'll prove that I can do it. Well, in that moment, I looked at his face, and I saw this fire in him. I saw this passion in him. But the question is, did it last? And how long did it last? I know that it didn't last more than 30 days. And after 30 days, once again, when I met this friend somewhere else, I asked him, well, what happened to your challenge of PowerPoint presentations? And you know what he said? Well, I just said that on the spur of the moment, and I didn't really mean it. And I asked him, what do you mean when you say that you didn't mean it? He said that I just got swayed away by instant motivation that I got there, and I thought I should do it and prove it to him that I can do it. And I saw a lesson in that moment. And the lesson was that, why do you have to show somebody that you can do it? And I learned a lesson that goal setting is never a job of whether you can do it or you can't do it. See, there are many things we can do it, but doesn't mean that you have to do it. And all the lessons that we learn from outside, all the information that we download from outside are only trying to motivate you that you can do it. Of course you can do it, because we are built with the same mechanism, and we have the same mental parts. We have the same human brains evolved with us. So probably all of us are well equipped with everything that all the superior people or all the experts have been equipped with. The question is not about whether you can do it or whether you can't do it. The question always is, do you really want to do it? Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? And well, what happens? Let's assume what happens if you don't ask this question. Time goes away. There are sometimes we get swayed away and so motivated by, I have to prove that I can do it kind of thing, emotion, that you could be diverted and distracted by something that you are doing because you want to prove it for years together. And let's assume that you lost 2 to 3 years or 5 years in proving that you can do it, and you did it, you achieved it, you accomplished it, but later found that it wasn't worthy. It wasn't worthy of your time. It wasn't worthy of your attention. It wasn't worthy of your energy. Do you want to end up like that, after 5 years realizing that I succeeded at something which I was never wanting to do? And this is exactly where hundreds of people are drowning in. Most of us have set goals for ourselves only to show that, I can do it. Watch a motivational video and somebody will be telling you that, I've bought a Lamborghini for me, I've got this car for me, I've joined this Merc group, and I've bought this new building for me, I've made this much money for me, and then suddenly you start feeling low because you don't have that, and you take this as a challenge and start saying to yourself, hypnotizing yourself, that no, I have to do it. And unless I do it, I will not feel successful within. And as I have been telling you in all my videos, that authenticity is not about proving something to somebody. It's being who you truly are. And as part of authentic goal setting, the first question that you should ask yourself before even you set your goal, or when you start identifying your goals, is, do you really want to do it? Ask yourself, do I really want to do it? And how did you come to know that you really want to do it? There is a process to understand whether you really want to do it. And in my workshops on authentic self-leadership, I make people go through this process. I make people understand how did they come to know whether they really want to do it. It's not a fancy goal. And I've seen people investing their years of money, years of time, and years of energy on something that they don't really want to do. And at the end of 5 years or 10 years, realizing that we have lost 10 valuable years, realizing that we have lost 10 years of energy and time and money, the most important of all, 10 years of focus. Do you understand how valuable this is? And I've been through there. I've been through that. For years I was, not even chasing goals, I was kind of hunting goals. And once I achieved them, I found this is not exactly what I wanted to do. And there are hundreds of like me. And when I started helping people in my workshops understand about this question, there was a major shift in them. And almost 90% of them realized that they don't want to do what they actually are doing. And there are 60 to 70% of the goals which do not fall into the basket of I really want to do it. And it's as good as garbage. It's as good as garbage because it's somebody's goals. They're somebody's goals. You never wanted to do it. You just got swayed away by instant motivation, feeling that if this guy can do it, they say, if I can do it, you can do it. Of course I can do it. Of course anybody can do it. Nobody is specially equipped for achieving big goals. But the question is, do you really want to do it? List out your goals and start asking yourself this question. Do you really want to do it? Beside every question, beside every goal that you have, write down, do I really want to do it? And see what answer comes up. I want you to play around with this idea of, do you really want to do it? This is the first question you must ask before you set your authentic goals. And there are 2 more questions which I am going to come up with and help you in this series of videos on authentic self-leadership. Well, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel for more videos on authentic self-leadership. Love you.